It's March, almost April, which means my mailbox is getting littered with these. Save the dates. Almost everyone I know is getting married. And I'm going to assert something that I don't think any of these people would disagree with. You don't have to go to the wedding. Really. Unless you're in the wedding party or the very immediate family, you don't have to go to the wedding. Realistically, the people getting married will only get to spend a couple of minutes with each wedding guest at the reception. Not only that, but they're going to be so overwhelmed with emotion on the entire day that they're not going to remember most of it. Most people say they only remember their wedding through pictures. And weddings are expensive. Even a cheap wedding can cost $100 per guest. Most guests don't even spend that much on the gift they get. A sincere and heartfelt card along with your "sorry we can't make it" gift can mean just as much as someone actually attending the wedding. You don't have to go to the wedding. That said, there are a few things in life you should never miss. Those are graduations, going away parties, and funerals. Always go to the graduation. It doesn't matter what age or stage it's for, kindergarten, middle school, high school, college, don't miss it. No one really wants to sit in an auditorium for a couple of hours listening to speeches they don't care about by people they don't know, but you're there to listen to one name on a list of between 10 and thousands. And that one person will care that you're there to celebrate with them. Even if you think there's more schooling to come afterwards, celebrating this milestone is meaningful. And there's no guarantee that another graduation ceremony will happen. Things go wrong, life happens, plans change. My sister was in college thinking she might drop out. Then she had a life-altering car accident and had to take a leave of absence. She's back in school now, but she's not sure when or if she's going to finish. Always go to the graduation because the next one's not guaranteed. The second thing you should never miss is a going away party. When someone leaves and they throw a going away party, it means they think the people here are worth spending time with before they leave. Once someone leaves, it's so much harder to see them. You can't just pick up the phone and say, "Hey, let's hang out." Seeing them is going to require planning, and lots of it. Sometimes plane flights and overnight trips. That going away party may be the last time you see them in a long time. I went to the going away party of a friend of mine about 2 years ago who I used to see once every week or two. He's been back 2 times since then, but neither time was I able to see him because I wasn't in town when he was. I went from seeing this person once every couple of weeks to not seeing him in 2 years. As we get older and our lives change, we may not be able to see the people we love as often as we want to. So when someone leaves, make sure to go to the going away party. The third thing you should always go to is the funeral, which in some ways is kind of a going away party too. But funerals aren't just for the person who's passed on, but also for the people who are still living. It's important to go to the funeral because friends and family of that person want to be able to see the kind of impact they had on the world. It doesn't matter if you haven't spoken for a while, or if it's a family member you didn't have a particularly close relationship with. The point of a funeral is to say goodbye, and to support others who want to say goodbye too. And honestly, many of the funerals I've been to have been more full of laughter and smiles, remembering the person, because I've found that love tends to cause more laughter than tears. But you only really know that if you go, so don't miss them. Graduations, going away parties, and funerals. But you can skip the wedding. So what major life events do you think shouldn't be missed? Do you agree that you should always go to the funeral, but that missing the wedding is okay? Let me know what you think down in comments below. If you liked this video, I hope you consider subscribing. I post videos every Wednesday. You can check out last week's video by clicking right here, or a playlist of all of my videos by clicking right here. You can also find me on all of my social media, links below, and I'll see you next week. Bye!